Anki and Simba. Of course, it is exactly 4 p.m. here at the Bomas of Kenya, and as I said earlier in the morning, there are a number of activities that will be happening, and of course you've had the first presser from the officials, IEBC officials, and a variety of issues were rather addressed, and of course IEBC says that it will go an extra mile to ensure that of course they are able to answer all the questions and concerns arising from a number of issues that have been happening at various polling stations across the country. From IEBC officials, so far we are having a series of issues when it comes to the KIMS kits, whereby 200 KIMS kits have been reportedly not in operation, and of course the number of polling stations that have been granted permission to use the manual register in terms of being able to carry out the elections, because time has been running out for a number of polling stations. With of course we have had situations whereby the polling stations that opened late, and that even those that did not even open by the time it was midday. So of course that's just among some of the concerns by Kenyans, and of course they're hoping that with the time this is going to be cleared at least before the end of today. And of course we are having scenarios such as Wajir, whereby there was a gun fire situation whereby it interfered with the distribution of the polling station materials, and it has led to postponement of elections in a number of polling stations in that county. And of course as per yesterday, elections were postponed in Kakamega County and Mombasa County because of a number of issues when it comes to processing the polling papers that are being used by citizens when it comes to choosing their leaders. And of course, Anki, as I'm speaking right now, of course there's so many concerns by a number of people, and of course we're expecting by the time IEBC officials will be giving us the second presser, they'll be able to answer some of the concerns that are being put across on social media, and even by media personnel who are here, just trying to express what Kenyans are feelings in terms of a number of issues. Of course, you have had even presidential candidates such as Wajakoya, the Roots Party Wajakoya, who also complained about the same, whereby the KIMS kit failed and he had to wait until of course later on when another one was acquired to be able to assist him in terms of being able to vote as a candidate. And of course Simba and Anki, there have been a number of issues that I've said, and we are hoping in the second press, of course, the numbers have not, the results that are expected to begin streaming exactly. The polling station is closed at 6 p.m. and of course I'll be here to give you updates on what's happening and which polling station has been closed and which polling station is yet to be closed. According to IEBC officials, Simba and Anki, for those polling stations that opened late, they'll be compensated the same amount of time that was lost, and that means every polling station is supposed to take a maximum of 11 hours when it comes to voting. So of course those are some of the measures that IEBC is putting in place in terms of just compensating time lost when it comes to a number of polling stations that are not opened on time. We have had even issues of citizens who have been streaming into polling stations and they have not even been able to vote because of a number of issues when it comes to not being able to be allocated in the register or their names not being able to be identified. So of course Anki and Simba, just as I've said, we are still waiting for what IEBC has to say when it comes to addressing these issues. Back to you, Anki and Simba.